Buzz Rocks. I know I just got here a little early. Hi, Sally. Welcome to Indie Buzz Rocks. Hey. I'm very excited today. I'm honored. Welcome everybody to Indie Buzz Rocks. My name is Hannah, and I'm very honored and very excited today to be interviewing El Duelo, celebrating their album release. Check it out. If you have not listened to it, it is a stunner. Look at all those songs. 12 songs and a special anthem at the end. Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's pretty cool. It's really rad, actually. So, definitely go to Bandcamp. Don't forget. It's Bandcamp Friday, so all the proceeds go to the artists. And I'm a little early, so I'm just gonna chill out. And today's interview is brought to you by Honest Yerba Mate. This is strawberry pomegranate matcha, and it is so delicious. And it has 80 milligrams, of caffeine. So it does have high caffeinated. It's delicious. And refreshing. Very refreshing. The mint comes splashing through. It's nice. Anyways, so how have you been? Well, wait, we're a few minutes early. So, I'll play you some more of their music. Can you hear it? "12 songs, full length, full album." Beautiful, right? So yeah, I have quite a chunk of questions ready for them. So we'll see if we can get them to answer all of them. It's a lot. I think they have a show tonight, so I'm a little bit paying attention to the time frame for them, you know. Yay! There we go. Lovely. Thank you for joining. I'm so excited. How honoring. That you should get a no sound.
Hello?
Is there sound now?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yay. Sorry, we might have had an interruption. This song is called... Oh, we're still on El Duelo. Sorry. See how it changes? It's amazing. See if I can add them again. El Duelo, I've invited you to join. So you should see a little, you should see something that comes up and then you just slide it across and then you can join. So this is the title song, El Duelo. It's number 8 though. Look at all the songs. And the last song they did is, Hi Venice Spotting Words. Yay. Welcome. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, their duo is El Duelo, their album is El Duelo, and this song is El Duelo, but it's number 8. And it's number 8, not number 1. Anyways, you know what I mean. It's beautiful. Can you see how to get in, Michael? You can type in the comments if you can't figure it out. But you should be able to join. I've sent you the invite, so when it flashes on the screen, slide it.
Yeah. I'm going to sit here with my lampshade. Oh, you sit here with a lampshade. So there we are, right?
Oh,
Hello.
there you are. 8 is great. Happy Friday. Yes, 8 is great. It is definitely my favorite number. Ah, beautiful, guys. Welcome.
How are you, Hannah? Thank you for purchasing our album. This is so nice, supporting independent artists and actually buying it, not just streaming it. Bravo to you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for this. You guys just put your heads in.
Put our heads in. So it's good. Let's talk to
go.
Rick for a while. He's a better looking guy, you know, so like do that.
Lovely.
Hello, Hannah.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent.
Good. Well, welcome to Indie Buzz Rocks. My name is Hannah, and I'm very honored to be introduced to be interviewing you guys today and celebrating your album release of El Duelo.
We're very excited and happy to be on your show.
Thank you. Written and performed by you, Rick Boston, and your neighbor,
Michael Yost. I'm gonna be the cameraman. Here we go.
You see,
now we're gonna get it.
New album, new fingernails. I got fresh nails. I'm ready for that shit.
Oh, good. I'm so excited for today. It's going to be great.
Are you coming out tonight?
Yes, yes. I'm very excited to go. I can't wait. I know you guys are going to be like on your tippy top best performance ever. So it's not to be missed.
We're going to comb our hair and wear new underwear.
And fresh fingernails. We're ready.
Yes. Same here. Same here. First of all, I wanted to say congratulations. It's an incredibly gorgeous album. Gorgeous album. Really.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tops. And then I wanted to ask.
You know, he always tells me what to do, and he never stops, and then eventually it happens. You know, after like 2 years, you know, that's what happens.
Well, I was going to ask if you had any shout outs for the people that helped you along the way.
Yeah. You know, people that helped us on the way. I mean, like, you know, a lot of people that inspire us, but, you know, we have to give a shout out, of course, to Billy Stobo. Giving us great venues to play, and, you know, it was so much fun. And if you play the whole time music by yourself, it actually went back to being live a little bit, and like the biggest part and some of the most fun shows we had was out there with Billy's Music Box. So that's absolute the big shout out. Right?
And Rita over at the Pacific Residency.
You stay here. I'm going to go get some more coffee.
Oh, it's all on me now.
Aw.
How about that? Something moody.
Rita?
With a profile. With a profile.
Nice. Wonderful.
No, then we also can give a shout out to Earthstar Creation Center where on Rose Avenue. Michael West, he invited us to record over there, and provided us with a fantastic studio. Rick and me were both producers and engineers to have our own studios, but it didn't really happen, you know, to take care of the guitar playing and the engineering. We always got too much mixed up, which microphones and whatever. So we went over there. He gave us a studio. We worked with this fantastic engineer, Nico Borromeo. I hope I pronounced his name. He was fantastic. We recorded us, the Rick and me. We went in 2 days, and we could really entirely focus on guitar playing. So we didn't really have anything else to do, and we recorded these 12 songs in 2 days. And after every day, I was so exhausted because it was just really playing, and there's no edits or anything. We just had to really play it well. So it was really fun. Yeah, so a big shout out to them, giving us opportunity to record there, gave us a killer deal, and it's a fantastic studio. And Nick is a great engineer. Yeah, so that was fun. Definitely have to give.
What's the name of the studio again?
Yeah.
Earthstar Creation Center on Rose Avenue in Venice.
Nice. Shout out to Earthstar
really,
Creations.
Really,
wonderful.
It's a really beautiful place, and it made us comfortable to record and everything. And then yeah, that was really important, right? It was fun.
Good.
It was fun. Yeah. So then we mixed it here at my house. And yeah, and then all the people, including yourself, that are fans of music, that come to the shows, that, you know, give us a little bit of exposure, that buy our records rather than just streaming it on Spotify. Yeah, this is all what makes it happen, makes it worth it, right? So.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I love all your shout outs. I'm sure you have a huge list, but I just wanted to also ask you if you could talk about the cover story, how you came up with the band's name and the album and the album cover and the album artwork.
I think the band name, that was you, Rick, right? We were floating a couple times, you know, and actually the whole thing, how it happened, we playing with Isaac Irvin. We have a band called Los Pochos, and sometimes Isaac was so busy so he couldn't do it, so we just started playing guitar for a while. That's how that originally happened. We called ourselves Dos Pochos for a while.
Lead singers are a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, lead singers, we love Isaac.
So we just said, no more singer, let's just practice guitar, and it worked out amazing.
Yeah.
No. Now, Isaac's great, but Michael and I will spend all day playing guitar if someone lets us, so we just decided to make ourselves in charge, and that's what we've done.
And then Duelo, I think you came up with the name.
I came up with everything, Michael.
You came up with everything. Okay, whatever question you have about coming shit up, Rick came up with it.
That jacket he's wearing, I designed it.
Yeah.
Well,
so that's what happened.
That story. That's
the artwork. The artwork is designed by Brandy. She did this. She was fucking around on the phone, sitting on the couch.
Can't use the F word.
Okay, I can use the F word, right?
I don't really know what the FCC guidelines are, so I think
all right.
We're on it.
So, but she was sitting on the couch and doing around, and then she sent this to me and Rick, and I'm like, wow, damn, that's pretty cool. So, and that's how that happened. You know, you can look for a lot of things, but, you know, we'll see. But it was, yeah, thank you.
Nice. Those are great stories. So you kind of touched on this a little bit. Well, wait a minute. And how did you decide to choose? Is this your first album that you've created together?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And so how did you choose the title of your album to be El Duelo?
Well, because of Los Pochos is our band of 3 fellows, only one of which is half Mexican, and that's the whole, you know, the inference of Pocho is a Mexican American. It's kind of a slang. I don't know if it's derogatory. Anyway, so Michael and I were the 2 guitar players in Los Pochos, so we stuck with the Spanish theme, and since we play with a Spanish influence, the duel seemed an appropriate title, and it sounds good, El Duelo. Although it's funny because a lot of people I'll say that name and go, a duo? No, El Duelo. Yeah, like a duo. No, it's El Duelo.
Duelo.
So I say sometimes we get like in Los Pochos became Los Ponchos all the time. So
The ponchos, there was
yeah,
a lot of
right.
ponchos.
So
There was a lot of ponchos.
maybe we're not picking the right Spanish anachronisms.
I could see that. Yes, I was just wondering if the title of the album corresponds to just how you entitled the album. Is it because of the
No, it's just that we're two guys playing guitar, and it used to be kind of an old saying to have a guitar duo. I mean, a duel. They're dueling guitars, dueling banjos, dueling. So it's a little play on that.
Okay.
In Spanish.
Very good. Okay, we got that one. And how did you learn how to play the guitar?
Say that again?
How did you learn to play the guitar?
Oh, wow. How much time do you have to talk about that?
Yeah, no. How did I learn to play the guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an impossible question to answer.
Okay.
No, that one got me. Wow.
You know what? To be totally honest, we're still working on it. We still didn't.
Yeah,
learn
you
it.
never.
You never have it all. You never. I think it's a revolving door, and you ever will have to learn more.
The only thing that comes to mind to answer what I think you're trying to get at is, as a young child growing up in Canada, my uncles were guitar players. They were carpenters and loggers, and they worked in sawmills, but they played music on the weekends. So I would watch them play fiddles and guitars, and I was just a little kid, and I would go in the next day into the room that they had been jamming in, and I would pick up the guitar and sort of try to emulate what I'd heard them do. So I think maybe that's what like how or why I started to play. I wanted to play like my uncles, and they played country music. So I come from a background of country music.
That's not bad.
That's great.
What's your story, Michael?
Well, I actually wanted to play saxophone, and then I was watching the movie Help by Beatles on television. My mom said,
"Are you serious? You want to play saxophone?"
Yeah, I want to play saxophone. My mom said, "Why don't you play guitar? It's a bit easier to carry around and everything." I'm like, "So sure, yeah, the Beatles are cool. Let me play guitar." And I started. I went from recorder to the guitar.
Oh, okay. I'm going to jump in. So in grade 7, I guess, or grade 8, we had a sock hop, and we couldn't afford a band at the school I went to. So 4 guys who were in grade 10 came to the gymnasium and dressed in, psychedelic rock and roll clothing, and fake played along to a record player on the stage, and I watched the reaction of all the girls in my class to these guys faking the guitar. I said, well, if that can get their reaction, imagine if you could actually play the guitar.
That's what happened.
I love that. And those are great stories. Thank you. Does your album have a message that you wanted to convey?
Well,
Or
what I would say, it kind of the whole album also like, people that came back to me since it is released in the last couple of days, it has a certain mood to it. It has a certain vibe to it. I think the message is more about, that vibe that you create with playing this kind of music, right? So I'm not sure if it has a message that you can put in words. It's just like, I don't know.
I think it's, as a career as a musician that I've been doing for 40 some years, and I've produced records for artists as varied as Alice Cooper and Ricky Lee Jones, and I've worked with Belinda Carlisle, and I've done films, and everything has a lot of moving parts, right? You're producing a record, you got to put the thing together, the studio, the strings, you got to work with the MPC 60, you got to get a guy that does beats. This has kind of been like, what if we just play the guitar? And we don't even add any reverb. So I think the message is, can it just be what it was when we were kids in our bedroom before we had all the toys that we got enamored with using? Because it is fun, to play in a studio and have all those options. But this one, I think outside of Michael putting some tape echo on it, which I'm still furious about, other than that, it's pure.
The table goes as pure as you get. But yeah, and I think Rick is very right. The thing is, you know, that was also why we were so exhausted when we recorded it, because there's no backing up between anything. It was what we hear is what we played, right? And there's a couple.
No, but we worked for a year on these melodies.
At least. Yeah.
So for me, this is the first time that I think, like, for instrumental music, to keep someone interested, you know, for 3.5 minutes is not easy. You know, so the melodies have to be strong, right?
Because you don't have words, right? Just like you have to say it with the melody.
Which is very close to my next question, but before I ask it, I wanted to jump in on the fact that your songs really have so many variations throughout each song, and not one of them is repetitive. I mean, it's astounding. It's really astounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that might be a little neuroses too, where you feel like after you play something so many times, you start getting bored with it, and maybe you do add a little too many parts because you start to get tired of it. But someone hearing it for the first time might not need. So I think our next album, that would be an exciting departure for us, to stay a little simpler.
I found it really delightful. But my next question was, have you ever sat and scribbled words down to your songs?
To these songs?
Yes.
No.
Really?
No.
You know, it was even like finding the titles for it. Right?
Well, that
it's
was
like they're just melodies. They're just like there's one particular story. The song La Pistola is mostly written by Rick. It's a great riff and everything. That happened. He came in. We were playing with Los Pochos at Surfside.
Yeah.
Yes. That night before, and then all of a sudden something happened. We thought it was fireworks, but it was gunshots. Some guy, I'm not sure if you heard about the story, he shot this guy 6 times right outside Surfside, and everyone came running like fear-stricken. It was pretty scary there for a moment, right? So, and then the next morning he came with that riff, and we started working this song, and then we called it La Pistola, right? So it was inspired by that shooting the night before, right?
That's cool. That's a great story. Thank you. That was actually one of my next question. Can we discuss the song titles? Since you've got some great song titles, and in La Pistola specifically, you have sirens, and I was wondering, or the police sirens come in, and it's epic sound, and I was wondering if
that is on that song La Pistola.
Yes.
You know, so these songs were really pure, just Rick and me playing, and in a couple of them, I added a little bit of some sounds here from Venice that just, you know, on Stormy, there's a little bit of ocean storm there. On La Pistola, where the shooting was, I have this great recording of the cops driving around here. You know, it sounds really good between these two buildings. So all of these, there's a couple of added ambience on there, but none of this is like sampled, got from the internet. Everything I recorded here. You know, also on Chromatico, you can hear a little clock. This is my clock up there.
Oh,
you hear the police, right? But that's it. Yeah, that had to do with that shooting, and I thought I had this great recording of the police here, and I thought if you see at the end of that song La Pistola, you can also hear the LAPD helicopter flying away. If you put it on your headphones and you smoke some herbage, it will fly right through your brain. So,
my arm is giving out. Dude.
Okay, I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this now.
I'm holding that thing the whole time.
Okay.
So, my next question, which came first, the music or the song titles? But I see in La Pistola how it's sort of
mostly like the song first, then the song titles, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the riff happens first. Sometimes with the song will be finished for months. And then we have like 6 different names, and it becomes, naming it becomes, okay, I can't keep saying the song that starts with the C chord, that then I go to the G flat and you play that one.
Yeah, and then we had to find,
you got to find a name eventually.
Yeah, so that is definitely, but there's something, it was a different way, but that is for the next album, I guess. You know, Rick is also a great painter. So, and he had a painting right now, like just recently, and I asked him what it's called, and he said Masquerade, and I said, it's a great song title. The next day he came with a song called Masquerade, which is probably going to be on a new record, on a soul record. But first of all, it was fantastic. Second of all, that was the other way around. You know, the name Masquerade, maybe even the visual of that painting.
Names are way more important than people give them credit to, and so I think focusing on getting a great name, it's like framing a painting. I mean, I make my own frames, and I've come to the conclusion that you can paint whatever you want, but the frame is remarkably important.
It is.
If you have a frame around it that just works just right, it makes the painting happen. It seems silly to say it's just 4 pieces of wood, but it says a lot. So for me, a song title is like framing the piece of music, you know?
Very much understood. Cool. Very cool. Are you ready for our next question?
Sure.
Hold on a minute. Oh, wait. Can we talk about Sergio before we go on while we're on song titles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was your first song in it, but how did you choose Sergio?
Can you guess why we chose it?
All I can think of is Sergio Valente jeans.
No, Sergio Leone.
Oh.
Because it sort of begins with that, you know, boom, bring, like with the ocarina. So it's kind of a tribute to Sergio Leone, the filmmaker that makes the famous
spaghetti western,
Clint Eastwood spaghetti western movies.
Oh, fabulous! Okay,
that's a hat off to that guy. And then we have a cactus. It's called Sergio now too. He's our third El Duelo. You know, there's a 5th Beatle, and there's a not to compare us like that, but we have a 3rd El Duelo, and his name is Sergio, and he's a fake cactus. He might be there tonight, right?
I find that adorable. You guys are sweet. Okay, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
3 words to describe the album, if you could.
Guitars, guitars, guitars.
Oh, yes.
What are your 3 words?
Purple velvet painting.
All right.
Nice. And that's a good question. What guitars did you use? Did you have specific guitars?
Mostly we're playing 2 Spanish guitars on most of the songs, but there's
we're on Frozen. Sorry. Hang on, everybody. It's Frozen. Don't go. There you are.
Are you back? Are we back? Yeah, cool. So yeah, we're playing most of the times we're playing Spanish guitars, you know, the 2 of us together. And Rick and me, we're both like slightly different styles. And he's such a great guitar player, so he inspires me to play different than I usually do. And we just throw the stuff back and forth. But there's a couple songs. We do this one cover from Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Everyone Wants to Rule the World, where I play an open tuning 12-string to it. That kind of sounds good too. And then Rick is playing the lap steel on Boot Camp. He's here. We can show this here real quick. There's a lap steel. We'll play this one tonight too.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be.
Look at the hardware on that.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
So yeah.
No,
so,
I play a Cordoba guitar, which is made in China, and they make all different varieties of different price ranges. And right now I have a low to middle price, but it sounds fine. Michael is a long-time flamenco player, so he has a fancy, expensive guitar made by a custom guitar maker named
Thomas Delgado for Candelas, yeah.
Very famous.
Very, very good guitarist. I love the guy. So,
and Michael said if I practice a whole lot more this year, I might get one too.
That's why we do boot camp, right? No, just kidding. No. So, but you know, the thing is, the guitars are important, but what's more important is, you know, you have a story to tell, you know, and that is really important. And what I like about
how about good lighting?
Good lighting too. What I like between Rick and me, we're like different players, but when we play together, something happens that is a little bit what wouldn't happen if we do it by ourselves. So it's good. Yeah. So, and I think maybe
I can't see your face.
we're just doing this record now, but you know, we can think about the next one, and I think maybe at the next one we'll add a little bit more surprises. You know, like Rick plays all kinds of instruments, so that should be fun.
Oh, good. Well, we look forward to that. I want going along the line where you were saying it's important that you have a story to tell in your songs. That was actually my next question. Closely, is there a specific scenario maybe that or what goes through your head while you're playing these songs? Like what kind of, is it a scenario or, yeah.
Well, yeah, for Sergio, it's a scenario. It's like, the good, bad, and the ugly. It's the, the long shot of the, the New Mexico desert with maybe a crucifix and an old barn in the distance, and some character comes walking across in a sombrero, and I just sort of picture, like, if I was making a movie, what would it look like, and then I go for that. A lot of times I like the sound of a chord, if I just pluck it and it has a certain little bit of dissonance to it, it'll start to take me someplace, and then I'll go into a melody keeping that chord in my head, and it might be an ocean-y sounding chord, it might be rocks, it might be a beautiful woman, it might be a taco if you're hungry,
Yeah.
Nice.
Nothing wrong with a taco.
Nothing wrong with a taco.
So you do, so the sounds kind of resonate with you and bring out those things.
We have a song called Wasserfall.
Yes.
On there, and so the guitar part here, that guitar, you stay there. So for me, that the whole thing around that song was this, like, which was like, sort of like from an old movie. If a girl was, bathing in a waterfall, you'd have this harp, so just stuff like that.
Yes, very beautiful. Yes.
That thing is, what kind of scenario we're talking about brings me to that we got all these songs now, and since they're instrumental songs, we're kind of into, it evokes different kind of like fantasies with everyone else, what it does to you, because the words define it. So it would be nice in the future to work with some great videographers or like filmmakers that have different ideas and visions on these songs to create something. So we are open to work with some people on that kind of level. So, but that's the next step. We got the record. Tonight we play a show. Tomorrow we do get next step.
Tonight is rock and roll.
So play the record for all your young budding filmmaking friends who might want to do a video to the music.
Yeah.
And we don't have to be in it. Even better if we're not.
No.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure you'll have people ringing you up quite quickly. Okay, you ready for your next question? Oh, why did you choose to use the Tears for Fears Everybody Wants to Rule the World song? What spurred that?
When playing instrumentals, especially with a guitar where you can't have effects and stuff, it almost has to have a very doom, 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 doom. It's almost like a nursery rhyme. That very simple kind. If you get it, like we tried to do Prince songs and stuff, but they have so much vocal inflection that like a saxophone can kind of do it, but a guitar, it's really tricky. So you have to find these nursery rhyme melodies, and that song has like a nursery rhyme melody.
Yeah, everyone kind of hears a melody and can sing.
As soon as they hear those first couple notes, you see people like try to, oh my God, it's that song, and they sing the whole song to it. Mm. I don't know any of the words.
We tried a few. We have a lot of stuff, a lot of material, but we had a few covers we tried on. We also did a Joe Jackson song for a while live. That was kind of fun too. But that particular one, the Tears for Fears one, it just sticks and it works, right? With a 12 string and the way Rick plays it, so it's all a little bit different, right? It's all good.
That's cool. Very good. Thank you. Is there a section in one of your songs of the guitar playing that makes you feel like the highest high? So there's
the ending of Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
I was about to say that.
Where we play these cascading. If you play it, you diddle 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 diddle. It just keeps climbing and climbing on the two guitars, and we've had people comment. They go like that ending just takes me.
Which is not the original ending. That's something.
Yeah, no, we wrote that ourselves.
We wrote ourselves, but so that's where we fuck up the song.
That's great. Well, okay, so that's the highest high sound. So everybody go to Bandcamp and listen to it. I can play it for you if you want.
Come out tonight.
Yes, go listen to them tonight. Okay, and then the opposite of that question is, Is there a section that has a guitar playing in it, one of your songs, that has the lowest low feeling for you?
Depends what you define as low.
What
I don't know.
For you?
I don't know. There's no low feels. I'm always high, by the way.
No, that's an interesting question because I'm usually considered pretty dark, and most of my music is pretty dark. But there's everything in this one's kind of even joyous.
Yeah, even the minor parts.
Yeah, even the minor parts.
Even the minor parts are like, you know, I think as lyrical the Spanish guitar is and everything, even the sad shit sounds kind of happy, right? Yeah. That's what it kind of things. And for me, also guitar playing is whenever something bad happens, you just pick up the guitar and write something or play something, and creates bad energy, and you can turn it into good energy. So if a certain melody or piece is associated with something bad that happened, by playing music with it, you turn this energy into something positive.
He's the hippie in the band.
Yeah, I am the hippie.
Clearly.
You both look like you've decorated each other's apartments.
Well,
this is my get ready for Christmas vibe.
Nice.
I'm ready for Christmas all year.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Do you have some time for few more questions?
Sure.
We have 7 more minutes and we have to leave.
Would you share with us an early childhood memory?
Well, that early childhood memory was that Beatles movie, Help, that made me start playing the guitar.
Okay.
That was something.
Fair enough.
You mean a musical memory?
Any memory, an early childhood memory.
Oh my God, that opens up a crazy Pandora's box. No, but my earliest music memory that's kind of interesting was my friend had kind of an eclectic taste in music. I was more of a rock, like Led Zeppelin and all the obvious rock people, but he liked like Hot Tuna and Papa John Creech and blues stuff. So he said to me, "Come with me to see this concert." And I went, no, I know you. It's going to be a folk concert. He went, no, it's not a folk concert. I go, you promise? So we went to the Jubilee Auditorium in Edmonton, Alberta, and there was one stool on the stage with a guitar and a mandolin next to it. And I said, I knew it. I knew it's going to be a folk concert. Right? And I was so upset. And then this guy comes walking out with a limp onto the stage with a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses, and he sits down, he grabs the acoustic guitar and puts a slide on it, and my brain exploded. It was Ry Cooder.
Oh wow.
It was Ry Cooder, and I must have been like 17 maybe, and he just blew my doors wide open.
Ry Cooder.
And I never looked back from that moment. So that was a great education. In the face, slap in the face.
Good. If you start with Ry Cooder, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
a little. I mean, for trivia fans, Ry Cooder, one of his first touring gigs was with Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, playing Wooly Bully.
Oh wow!
He was the guitar player. He told that story that night.
That's a cool fact.
He also plays a slide on Sister Morphine by the Stones, right?
Yeah, but Wooly Bully's way cooler.
Way cooler?
Yeah.
Sister Morphine's pretty cool.
Yeah, how often do you get to say that as an adult? Can I ask you 2 more questions before you head out?
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Would you share with us one of your favorite rock and roll moments?
Go, Michael.
Well, I was really young. My aunt took me to see Led Zeppelin. There was the second last show before John Bonham died. So she took me to that concert. So, and that was, I've never seen anything like this. People were smoking joints next to me, and it was loud and it was wild and it was amazing. And so that changed me. So that was way rock and roll.
Wow.
Right? So for me, for a little boy, so that was my rock and roll thing.
Where was that, and where?
It was in Frankfurt, Germany, Festhalle. It was an amazing experience, right? And
Wow.
from then on, I was lost.
Yes. Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you for
And
sharing.
the other rock and roll experience, I'm not so sure if I can share this here online. So,
Oh, okay.
What?
Well, I have.
Don't leave us hanging.
Well, he's overdoing a demonstration of it in the corner. I'm not going to show you what he's doing.
No.
Let's see. Famous rock. I have an interesting rock and roll moment. When I first moved to Los Angeles from Edmonton, I was playing in a band. I'm sure we were terrible, and someone came down to produce our demo. Back then, you had to have, go to a studio, and everyone has Pro Tools now in their bedrooms. Back then, you had to save up your money and go to a studio. So we thought we'd try to find a producer so it wouldn't suck that terribly. He came and heard us and said, well, I don't want to produce your demo, but my friend is making an independent film and needs people to be in his movie. Do you want to be in it? And we're like, not really. But they took photos. Anyway, they called me up. I went downtown. Long story short, these guys were walking around with wigs on and spandex pants and talking in fake English accents.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, and I'm like from Edmonton, Canada, and I'm going like, wow, Hollywood is a strange place. And then on the stage, they had little Stonehenge things coming down, and dwarfs were dancing, and guys got their hands stuck in these pods, and anyway, I ended the weekend, went home with my $200, and 5 years later I was with a friend one night on a couch, and we watched Spinal Tap, and that was the movie that I was in.
Oh, no way. Okay,
Yeah.
but I was thinking
Well, that beats my rock and roll.
What's that?
No, I was thinking 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or was it the Labyrinth? I forgot. The ones where they go under the crystals in the caves. Dark crystal. Anyway.
I don't know. No. This was the Rob Reiner film with who are those characters? Harry Shearer and it's like a spoof on a heavy metal band.
Yeah, Spinal Tap is.
So you don't know the movie Spinal Tap?
Yes, I am well aware of Spinal Tap.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's my rock and roll story. I was almost in Spinal Tap. That'll be my memoir.
Yeah, you're going to be in Spinal Tap too.
Yeah, Spinal Tap too.
Nice. Woohoo! Spinal Tap 2, Z. Okay, your last question. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. If you could be a superhero, what would you be and why?
What was it?
If you could be a superhero, what would you be and why?
Well,
I would be an animal superhero, and I would save animals from cruelty. That animal cruelty really disturbs me. So I would fly around the world freeing animals out of cages and doing all that kind of. That's who I would be. What would be his name?
I like that. I
don't know what the name of that hero would be, but
you better get creative.
Super Dog.
Yeah.
What did you say?
SPCA across my chest like Superman, right? SPCA.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I like that. What a cool superhero. Thank you.
Yeah.
From all the animals across the world.
Yeah.
And Michael?
Well, I don't know. I would probably like a superhero, like the new way of James Bond, like James Bond. Instead of shooting them, I smoke them out, and just like everyone is happy, and I got really good chocolate chip cookies. So, and everyone's having a good time, it's just like, work it out with love, and then maybe play some guitar, right? It's cool. Smoke a joint, play some guitar, have a good old time. And, if you do this, maybe make some love, you don't kill nobody, right?
That's right. That's right. I love it. Those are really cool superheroes. You guys, this is the first time people have actually made up their superheroes. So I think that's pretty cool. Thank you.
Maybe that's an idea. After the album, it's time to go into the movie business. We expand our career and we're going to be superheroes. Not a bad idea. Let's do that, right?
This is El Duelo signing off. Before
off.
we get into any more crazy mud here. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank
you for spreading the word. I see you later, okay? Franny's knocking on the door. Better go, okay? Ciao, 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 ciao.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Yay! Look who's here. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining. It was fun. It was really nice to see you. Thanks for saying it, watching it, and all that stuff, and all that stuff, and all that stuff. Bye. Go buy their album.